Hello everyone, good morning. Who's using AI? Who is using ChatGPT? Gemini? Ch- is ChatGPT better or Gemini? Who says ChatGPT? Who says Gemini? Is Gemini now beating ChatGPT? How about Cloud? Anyone using Cloud? Cloud. The pro users, I think they use Cloud. How about DeepSeek? Anyone using DeepSeek? Okay, Grok. Arada bir sövüyor ama artık. Güzel, Grok. And Copilot, maybe. But mostly you are using Gemini. Okay, that's good. And I am Yavuz, a professor from Bahçeşehir University. I'm also the dean of the Faculty of Education. And benim işim gücüm oyun. I always study about games, gamification, and I play a lot of games as well. Who loves playing games? Güzel. Who is currently playing games? And in these days, when you go home, who is playing games all the time? Güzel. And what kind of games, by the way? What games do you play? Or let me ask it like this. Anybody who is playing Brawl Stars? Brawl Stars. How about Roblox? Okay. Minecraft? Playing Minecraft? In these days, I heard that many students in high school, they are playing blockbusters. Blockbusters. Blockbust. Okay. And how about let's skip to the FPS kind of games like first person shooters. And how about PUBG and Fortnite? PUBG and Fortnite. Orada arkada bir ekip var. Orası komple oyun oynuyor şurası. Güzel. How about Valorant? Valocular burada. Güzel. Bir de şey sorabilirim. 9. sınıflar nerede? 9'lar. Ninth graders. Ha, onlar burası. Ninth graders. 10th graders. And we have 11th, right? Who is 11th? 11th burada birkaç tane. 10th'i bir daha göreyim 10th. 10th. Tamam 9'lar burada, onlar orada. Okay. How about GTA? Grand Theft Auto. GTA. GTA. FIFA PES'çileri göreyim. FIFA PES. Güzel. Saymadığım var mı? Oynadığınız oyunlardan. Who is playing RDR? Red Dead Redemption. Okay. Güzel. Any games that I did not count? Oh, sorry, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike and Call of Duty. Counter-Strike and Call of Duty. Okay, good. So I design a lot of games, by the way. I'm also the game designer. I have a couple of companies that I own, and I also consult some companies, the gaming companies or educational companies. Maybe you have, I'm sure some of you must have played my game during your childhood. When you think about a game that helps you to practice your mind skills, any games comes to your mind? Güzel. How about like there was a game that has in that logo it has brainly. It was purple and orange. You remember that game? You remember Mental Up? Mental Up. Who played Mental Up? Mental Up. I designed all the games of Mental Lab. Yeah. I earn a lot of money from games, by the way. I earn a lot of money from the games because back then we were earning a lot of money from the games. Students were playing games, but I designed only educational games. And I had to study the games because there are some things that are making us addictive to those games. And there are things intentionally they were put in the games to make us addicted to the game. Anybody has an idea? What are the things that makes us addictive to those games? Maybe I can say levels, for example. Constant progress, yes. And constant upgrades. You remember that in Roblox, there is always upgrade, right? What else? Maybe some like story, such as in RDR, there is this story that is keep going, right? And so you have to find out what is going on at the end of the story. And in that kind of games, such as RDR, there are multiple endings, right? So in that multiple endings, you have to find out which one is the best ending. So you have to play it again and again and again. So what else? Yes, please. Missions to complete. There are some tasks, right? There are some achievements that you want to take. There are some badges that you want to take. What else? Any other ideas from the games that you played? Yes, please. Say it again. Duyamıyorum ki. Ha? Cases. Ne dedi arkadaşlar? Ben duyamadım. Nerede? Çok arkada tabii arkadaş.
Gachas and cases in games,
Okay.
such as Counter-Strike, equipment cases, etc.
Gene anlamadım ama
Yeah, gambling basically
okay,
in
so,
video games.
all right. So you remember that in Brawl Stars, there was this box back then, like 5-10 years ago. There was some kind of boxes, always random prices that is coming out of the box, and they removed the box. You remember that box? And why they removed the box? Because it is like making us addicted to the game. So the parents were very crazy about it, and they did not want their kids to have that box because it is directing us, guiding us to the gambling. That's why the Brawl Stars, they removed this box thing in this game. And any other ideas? So they are intentionally making us addictive, so that we have to spend some time on it. Maybe anybody who's using Instagram, anybody knows where that story, there is stories in Instagram, where that stories come from to the Instagram? Maybe you don't remember, but there was, anybody using Snapchat, by the way? Snapchat. Streak sayısı en çok olan kim peki? The highest streak number? Ha? Hiç. Yüksek sayıda streak sayısı olan. Kaç var mesela? 500. You have 500 streak number. Siz? 700, o streak number'ı soruyorum. 700 bin olması mümkün değil. Ya 700. So this is 700 it's very high, by the way. So it means that she's sending and getting pictures from the same person for 700 days. With the same person. Okay, in that Snapchat, there was this story thing, and then Instagram said that, okay, people are going to the Snapchat. We are losing our customers. We are losing our users. So Instagram added story feature in it. So I remember that when the story came out, we were one of the top users in the world who is using Instagram. Our daily Instagram usage average is 3.5 hours a day. 3.5 hours a day. So in Turkey, almost everybody is using Instagram, is looking at Instagram almost more than 3 hours a day. Why are we doing it? Because they are making us addicted to those technologies, right? And you just keep going and going and going to those reels. And we call it as doom scrolling. Anybody knows what doom scrolling is? You just don't remember what you watched in 2 reels before. And that's called doom scrolling. When you just scroll again and again and you don't remember what's going on in these previous 2 reels, and that is called doom scrolling. And they all integrated AI. Even the games, they integrate AI. Anybody who's playing race games, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo type of games. Let me give you an example from those games. So when you start playing a race game, the game tells you that, okay, you have to finish this game in 5 minutes, let's say. And you start to play the game. And you play it. And then at the end of the game, you realize that you just finished it 5 minutes and 10 seconds. But the game told you to finish it in 5 minutes, right? And then you play it again. And you finished it in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And then you say, okay, yeah, I was late 10 seconds only before. And now I am only 3 seconds. And then if I play it again, then I can finish this game. And you played it again. So how long have you been playing? 15 minutes, right? So that game knows very well that you cannot finish the game for the first time in 5 minutes. How do they know? We have beta testers that we pay those beta testers before the game released. And then we pay them and then they play the game for us before it is released to the market. And then we decide those 5 minutes accordingly. And right now we don't need those beta testers anymore. We just embed AI to those games. And AI understands how you play the game. And it decides the game time accordingly, according to how you play the game. If you are a if you're a pro gamer, the game decides that it is not just 5 minutes. Let this game be like 3 minutes only, so that it plays again and again and again. If you're an amateur player, then the game decides that this is an amateur player, so let's make this game 10 minutes, not just 5 minutes. Because if it is 10 minutes, you play it again, again, and again. So it is more personalized, more individualized. And by the way, while you are playing maybe FIFA or PES with your friend, you realize that your friend shoots or scores a goal that nobody can make it, right? So it just triggers your nerves. So you play again and again and again. So these are the games that is being the game designers design it in a way that it triggers your nerves. If you remember in Brawl Stars, while you are playing Brawl Stars, at the end of each, let's say it's a 5-minute game, at the end of 5 minutes, it leaves you in a state of feeling that you want to play again and again, right? Because in our words, yenilen pehlivan güreşe doymaz, değil mi? So that's this psychology behind those games. So if you are on the verge of winning the game and you lose the game, you want to play again. So these are the psychology behind those games. But in these games, we have AI integrated on it. And anybody who can define what AI is, anybody, just try to define what AI is. Huh? Oh, really? Thank you. Artificial intelligence, okay. How do you define AI? A tool that can ask every kind of question and it responds you back, right? Good. So you're using Instagram, right? In Instagram, when you open Instagram, there are 5 buttons at the bottom. You remember those buttons? Huh? One is home. The other one is messages. The other one is search. You remember the search button. When you click on that search button, what do you see? The search bar and then the videos, the reels, the posts, right? When you look at that screen, when you have that chance today, when you have your cell phones, your smartphones with you, you have smartphones with you? Ha? No, değil mi? Olmasın. Ha, bak, öğrencide var zannettim de. Hoca galiba değil mi? Değil mi? Ha, ben öğrenci zannettim de. So when you have that explore page, look at that page and you will see, what do you see when you look at that page? The things that you are very interested. So how does Instagram know the things that you are interested? Because you search about it, that's good. What else? Say it again. Algorithm. So how does this algorithm occur yani? Yes, please. The things that you looked earlier, perfect. What else? Likes, perfect. Likes saves the views. So when you look at a video, a reel, let's say you looked at it only for 3 seconds and then you skip it. Instagram says that she doesn't like it. So let's not show him or her such kind of videos anymore. Değil mi? But when you watch the whole video and then you rewatched it again and then you like the video and then you save the video and then you send it to your friend and Instagram says, okay, I got it now. So then it shows you such videos again and again, right? What else? How does Instagram knows? Anybody thinks that Instagram reads your messages? I think yes, Instagram is reading my messages. Who says yes? Who says no, Instagram not reading your messages? Who says I don't know? Oh, Instagram is of course reading your messages. And Instagram is not only reading your messages, it's also reading your WhatsApp messages. How do we relate Instagram and WhatsApp? It's the same company. So think about that. You are the owner of the same company. This is Meta. And you are the owner. Who are you? Mark Zuckerberg. So think that you are Mark Zuckerberg. And you are saying that okumayalım ya. Ayıp olur ya. You would of course read it. I mean, they are of course reading your messages. But they are reading it for personalization. Yes, perfect. So they are reading it for data mining. Okay? How else Instagram knows your interests? Give me more ideas. That's good. So other platforms owned by Meta. Birisi bir şey diyordu burada. The things you talk about. So does Instagram listens you? Huh? Who thinks yes? Yes, they are listening to us. Who says no? Kıyamam çünkü. Yes, they are listening to you. And they are also looking at, şimdi mesela when I open that explore page, so I see a lot of things right here, right? The front camera is looking at my eyes, tracking my eyes, and because there are a lot of things, right? And it's tracking which posts, which I am looking at it. And how do we know? When you go to the settings and when you go to the accessibility settings, you will see that you will be able to use your cell phones, smartphones with your eyes only. And that's why, of course, Instagram is using that feature to track your eyes as well. Your eyes, your sound, your messages, your likes, your saves, your everything. So these are data, right? Not every single one of you's Instagram explore page is the same with the other, right? So your explore pages are totally different from each other. That is what we called individualized or personalized page. That is personalization. By the way, this is what we want in education to be personalization. But we don't have it in education, so that's another topic. So Instagram is personalizing the content according to you, based on all those data. And data was very limited like 10 years ago. But right now, we have a lot of data. And what do we call it? Anybody knows? The data is increased. What do we call that data? Huh? Big data, değil mi yani? It's big data. Büyük veri. The data was very limited, like in 10, 20 years ago. But right now it is very big. That's why we call it big data. But only having big data was not meaningful for us. We had to understand that data. That's why we created an algorithm. And then we tell the machine, okay, machine, try to learn that data. We created an algorithm and taught machine how to learn like human brain. We tried it, but the algorithm did only the basic calculations such as percentages or averages. So when you write Google search, when you start typing, let's say, what is the best, then it tries to guess what you are going to write, değil mi? It's just doing the basic guessing for you, and that is we called machine learning. So machine is trying to understand what you are trying to say, what you are trying to write, and it is just doing the guessing. Also, by the way, your Instagram explore page is also a machine learning. It's a very good example of machine learning, because it is trying to understand what you are looking at it based on all those data, and it is try to come up with a post or with a reel that you may like, değil mi? This is also machine learning. But machine learning was also limited. The technology is increased, it is developed, and then we have better computers, better CPUs, and then we want from that machine another thing. We told that this is just machine learning. Yani, this is just doing the basic calculations, just taking the averages or percentages. This is just nothing. And we taught machine how human brain learns. And the machine learned it better than us, better than you, better than me, better than anybody. And then we want from machine such prompt. We stated that, okay, machine, write a poem like Orhan Veli. What did machine do? It started to work the machine learning, değil mi? and then it started how Orhan Veli is writing his poems. It analyzed all the poems that Orhan Veli wrote. It analyzed which sentence structure he is using, analyzed the words, the adverbs, the adjectives, and everything. And then it created a poem just like Orhan Veli. So I have two questions. Question number one. Has this poem been written before? Anybody says yes? Anybody says no? Who says yes? Who says no? So this poem was written for the first time, right? My second question is more important than this. Is this poem original? Who says yes? Who says no? Who says yes? No? Who says not sure? That's fine. I mean, you may not sure. Yani, that's the ones who are saying yes or no or not sure. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Any ideas? Yes, please. AI using only the things that it found on the web. Okay, that's good. What else? What's your name, by the way? Yes. Güzel. Yes, please. Perfect. What else? Anybody saying yes or no or not sure? Just give me some ideas. Why are you saying that? So you believe being original means what? So everybody can hear.
It needs to be have a work on it.
Yeah, it needs to be a work on it. So the AI, it is working on it, yani.
It's working, but the working I refer to give a time, observe something, and have a opinion about that topic. Cause like AI just prefers the same sentence with different words.
Okay. But it is doing it faster than you. Is that the workload that you are referring to?
Not really fast, but I put just more effort on it.
Okay, so you want more effort on it.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. What else? Any other ideas? So let me give you an example then. So let's think a student, and that student is a high school student. Tamam, 9th grade student. And that 9th grade student did not read any other poem other than written by Orhan Veli. He only knows Orhan Veli's poem. He only read Orhan Veli's poems until 9th grade. He doesn't know any other poet. He only knows Orhan Veli because he read all his poems. Then, as a Turkish teacher, I want from that student to write a poem. He can write, yes. He can write a poem. Then he tried to write a poem. What kind of poem do you think that student write? Same style as Orhan Veli, değil mi? That's just a question that we need to think about it while we are discussing those AI things. The problem here is that it's not just the originality. The other problem is here is that no single plagiarism tool can identify is this poem was written by a human or AI. So you are, I know, I don't believe, I know that you, all the students here, are using ChatGPT or Gemini to do your homeworks, to do your assignments. And we, as teachers, academicians, educators, whatever, we cannot identify if it was written, if that homework was made by you or ChatGPT or Gemini. And right now, we have an education system just like this. So the teacher is preparing the assignment, tamam mı? The teacher prepares, let's say ninth grader Turkish teacher olsun, tamam mı? Ninth grade Turkish lesson. And the teacher prepares the assignment, and it gets help from AI. So I'm going to give an assignment to those ninth grade students. Please help me with this assignment. And then AI helps the teacher, right? We want teachers to get help from AI, of course. And AI prepares the assignment. And the teacher also wants from the AI to prepare the rubric for it, because she's going to grade it. Maybe it created a very, let's say, very detailed rubric, and then sends the assignment to the student. Student gets the assignment and go to AI and say that, okay, AI, teacher created this assignment for me, and here is the detailed rubric for this assignment. So please do the assignment, but, pro user ya, but I am a ninth grade student, so please don't do this assignment perfectly, so that the teacher doesn't understand that this was made by AI. And the AI is creating that assignment, is doing its best to complete this assignment, and then student sends back this assignment to the teacher, and the teacher receives the assignment and go to AI, say that, okay, AI, this is the assignment of the student. Please grade this assignment. And the AI is grading it very well according to that rubric, this detailed rubric. And it's not just enough. Please also give feedback to this assignment. And the AI is preparing the perfect feedback for the student, right? And then it sends back to the student. And student looks at the assignment and says, okay, I got 85. That's good. So who is learning here in this cycle? So right now, this is what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, in education. And we have to change it. We have to change it. How can we change it? Any ideas? How can we change this cycle? How can we get rid of this cycle? Stop giving homeworks. That's good. Stop giving homeworks, or maybe we should change the way we give the assignments, or we should change the type of the assignment, değil mi? Yes, please. We should change how the AI works. That's good. So I remember 3 years ago, it is 3 years ago, yes, or 4 years ago, I'm not sure, when we had ChatGPT first came out, Italy was the country who prevent using ChatGPT. Italy said that, okay, we are not using ChatGPT because students are using it. They are doing their homeworks with ChatGPT, so we are not going to use ChatGPT. And they banned ChatGPT in that country. And another European country said that, okay, madam Italy banned it, I am going to ban it. Another European country banned it again. And another country, again from Europe, they banned ChatGPT for students to use it. It was just like in 1989, teachers went on strike, said that we don't want calculators in our classrooms. The math teachers, they went on strike, ladies and gentlemen, said that we don't want calculators in the classroom. We don't want it. It is making our students lazy. Students, they don't learn calculations, so we are going to ban those calculators. So we cannot do the same mistake here again. In Ottoman Empire, do you remember we did the same mistake? What did we ban in the Ottoman Empire? Anybody? Huh? Yes, the printing machine, right? We banned the printing machine. And it was like almost 100 years it took us back in that era. So we cannot do the same mistake again. We have to use it. We have to use it in a meaningful way. But the problem here is that we did a research study with the students, with the high school students. We created 2 groups. In one group, we told students to do the assignments. We gave them a lot of assignments. And we told them, do the assignments with ChatGPT. That group of students, they did all the assignments with ChatGPT. We gave them a lot of assignments. And they used ChatGPT all the time. And the other group, we told those students, so ladies and gentlemen, please don't use ChatGPT at all. Not any single AI tool, okay? And they did all the assignments without ChatGPT. They did it on their own. And then we compare the results, the assignment scores. Which group do you think get higher scores? Who thinks ChatGPT group? Who thinks on their own group? ChatGPT group? On their own group? Of course, the group in using ChatGPT, they get higher scores. They get higher grades. That's very normal, değil mi yani? They are using ChatGPT, so that's why they are using ChatGPT. They get help from ChatGPT and they get higher scores. But the thing is, in the second phase of this research, we did something else. We told this group who is using ChatGPT before, we told them, please don't use ChatGPT anymore. You do the assignments on your own. Okay? They stop using ChatGPT and they continue to do their assignments on their own. And we told this group of students, all right, you were not using AI, you were doing your homeworks on your own. Please continue to do your homework on your own. And then we compared the results of those students. Which group got higher scores, do you think? The ones who started with ChatGPT at the beginning? The ones who is using on their own, their brain from the beginning? Why do you think so? They can learn from their mistakes. Okay, good. What else? Yes. They only copy and paste it. Good. What else? Perfect. We also looked at 2 more things, by the way. We looked each group's problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills. And you can also think about your answer accordingly. Any other ideas? Yes, please.
I believe that's the the group that didn't use the ChatGPT did their work originally, so they didn't struggle to do it originally again.
Okay. So who is curious about the result of the study? I'm curious about the result. Thank you. So the result was this group who were not using ChatGPT at all from the beginning, at the end, they get higher scores from the assignments. They get higher problem-solving skills and they get higher critical thinking skills. Students here who were using ChatGPT at the beginning, they got their critical thinking skills and problem-solving skills got lessened, decreased. And what do we understand from this research? If you are addicted or if you are dependent on these technological tools like AI, you will lose your brain muscles as well. So you have to use it wisely. If you just let these AI tools do all the things that you need to do, you just don't use your brain, just like in this group. So you have to use it both. That's why I called it hybrid intelligence. So you have your own intelligence and we have artificial intelligence and make it hybrid so that you can use them both. Okay, any other questions, hocam? to ask questions. Yes, please. So that was the introduction. Yes, please.
First of all, welcome, Mr. Samur.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have this conversation. My name is Altancan, and I'm 11th grade in here. And I'm a gamer to myself, and I always try to convince my family, my parents, to gaming isn't that bad, and my parents probably watching this panel
Okay.
right now.
That's good.
So your answer will be very important.
What's your name
for me.
again?
Altancan.
Altay. Altay.
Altan.
Al.
Altan.
Altan.
Yes.
Altan. Altan. What do you play?
Morely FPS games.
FPS such as
Fortnite, Valorant,
Fortnite, Valorant,
FIFA.
FIFA. So mostly Fortnite, Valorant o zaman.
Yes.
Okay. You play those games. Give me
Uh,
some ideas. Yeah.
I love them. and
Why do you love them? Do you think that any skills that you have developed through those games, or you just like to play them?
I just like to play.
Okay. And why do you think that kids should play those games?
It's fun because
It is fun.
yeah.
That's good. What else?
What else?
So you're spending your time with it. So do you think spending game time, or so you said you are playing Fortnite and PUBG, right?
Valorant.
Valorant. Okay. And these are mostly FPS type of games. FPS,
Yes.
first person shooter type of games. First person shooter. Yani you are the one who is shooting everybody. And critical thinking skills. Or let's say they are, reacting very fast so that they need to kill all those people. Why do you think that you should play those games? And what do you want me to say your parents? Just give me some hints.
The critical thinking, maybe
Because of the critical thinking
Uh-huh.
skills. Okay.
in short time I have to make a decision.
Uh-huh. In a short time, you have to make a decision.
Yes.
So it's very eye tracking, and it's also you need to be fast, quick.
yes.
You're responding very fast
Mhm.
under stress. Yes.
Strategy-based plans, like
So it's also a team-based game, by the way. So not just thinking fast. It's also you have a team, and you need to act as a team, work as a team, and then decide accordingly, right?
Mhm.
But only thing, Altan,
Yes.
is that the first thing that I look at the games is the age rating. Okay?
Mhm.
The age rating. The first thing that I looked at the game is age rating. If that game is beyond your age, I would not suggest anybody to play that game. So, in this case, anybody knows what Grand Theft Auto's age rating is? 18 plus, right?
18 plus.
So it is. What do we have in Grand Theft Auto? Do we have fear? No. Do we have shooting,
Yes.
killing people?
Yes.
How about nudity?
Yes.
Of course, yes. And what else? Violence, heavy language, yes, right? So these are a lot of things that we have in Grand Theft Auto. So do I want from my students who are under 18 to play that game? Of course not. Until you are 18, I do not suggest anybody to play that game. So if it is according to your age, it's appropriate. If it is suitable to your age, I suggest to play it. But if it is not, I don't. So in this case, how old are you, by the way, Altan?
17.
17. So you can play Valorant because it is 16 plus game. You can play Fortnite. It is 13 plus game.
Mhm.
PUBG, 13 plus game. You can play those games. But I am also a father. My son is 16-year-old. He's playing. He doesn't like FPS kind of games. He likes the games most based on story type of games, like such as Red Dead Redemption or these are or the Genshin Impact. He loves those kind of story-based games. And the only thing that I'm looking at is the age rating first. And I understand your parents because they think that if you spend a lot of time with those games, they think that you are going to be addicted to it. Prove them that you are not addicted. So how do you prove that you are not addicted? How do you prove your parents that you are not addicted? You can stop playing the game whenever they want. That's a very perfect example, by the way. So when they say, okay, oğlum, kızım, let's just give a break. And let's stop the game and do this. Then you try this, ladies and gentlemen. You just stop it there. And they will be amazed.
But how can I stop the online game?
Then you will stop it once it is finished. Right? Because there are some stages of it. Once it is finished, then you stop the game. Then you promise them that after this game I'm going to stop. Then they will believe in you. What else? What else can you do to believe your parents that you are not addicted? Yes. Playing less. Of course, if you are playing it for 8 hours a day, they will not, of course, believe that you are not addicted, right? Yes, please. Perfect. Doing other activities, such as reading a book. It's always reading a book, right? Or maybe doing sports. Anybody who's doing sports here regularly? Doing sports? Anybody doing a cultural activity such as drama or playing an instrument or arts? Doing it regularly? So these two type of people, they are not addicted to any technology, by the way. They do not addicted. They get not addicted. They are not addicted to any kind of technology because they have something else in their life. Is that my question answer to you, Altan? Perfect. Yes, please, Defne. Defne mi?
Derin.
Yes, Defne.
So first of all, thank you for your beneficial speech. I believe it's really effective to most of the students. And I have two questions according to your first part of your speech and the last part of your speech. So my first question is, how can we combine our own intelligence and artificial intelligence? You said that for training our brain muscles, we should combine with this too. So how can we do this?
Perfect. Şimdi, ladies and gentlemen, when I looked at the future of jobs, when I looked at the, all those geleceğin meslekleri type of titles, I see something in all those reports. But whatever I see in those reports, I believe these high school students to develop three things, whatever job you are going to do in the future. The first thing is here, the intellectual skills, cognitive skills, such as problem solving, critical thinking, strategic thinking, whatever you are thinking about it. How do you increase those skills? A game can be a help, but not just that game. The games that you are playing physical games, even the board games. A lot of games they can help you to increase, but also reading. It is increasing a lot of skills here. Reading a book is never be important as now. You cannot beat AI without reading. You cannot beat AI without imagination. And for that imagination, you have to read. You have to read a lot, more than ever. So here is the first thing. Second is here, your values. You have to develop your values. Respect, justice, even the humor. I mean, it's changing, you see? Love. So how do you develop here? It's also from the family. It's also in the school. But it is also, as I am doing a lot of research in games, it's also in games. That's what I believe. And the third thing is this. Whatever you do in the future, you have to use this. So I have some questions here. Anybody who can stitch their socks when it is broken, when it is torn out? Anybody who can make a pasta? Anybody who can paint the wall? Anybody who can go home without their smartphones from here by walking? By walk? Or by bus? But you don't know, I mean, it is not service, it is just regular transportation. Who can go home without any smartphone? I'm gonna give you some money. You cannot use taxi. You have to go home by public transportation. Who can go home? Okay. Anybody who can build a wardrobe, let's say you took it from IKEA, you bought it, tamam mı? It's not done. You are going to do it. I can do it. Who says I can do the wardrobe? I can use all those tools. So these are the skills, the third skills that we're gonna need them in the future. So these three things that we should focus in the future, whatever job that we are going to do. Your second question, Defne?
My second question is about your first part of your speech, which is the social media and games.
Uh-huh.
So, even in Instagram or TikTok or such as social media platforms, they have some games for playing in the DMs or the direct chats. Is this AI games are affect the games more for being more hard or easy? Did you
I didn't
understand?
follow. No, I didn't follow the question. Are those games?
Is the AI make those games more harder or easier?
According to your level.
Yes. So like,
Uh,
let's think we are at the beginner.
let's assume that you are a beginner and
Yes.
your rival, your partner, is a pro. Is this game AI is defining the level according to your expertise, right? That's what you are trying to ask.
Yes.
I don't know about those Instagram games. I did not do research on it. But I know that most of the games, they are adjusting those difficulty level according to how you play and your partner play. That's what they are doing. And we deliberately, we intentionally do this because you don't want to play any game that you are losing all the time. Then you will just leave it because you don't win it. Nobody here is playing a game that they are losing all the time. But all of you are playing a game that you are winning all the time. If you are not winning the game, you would stop playing the game. That's why they are adjusting accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please. Orada arkada bir soru var. Sana mikrofon gelecek şimdi. 10 saniye içinde. 9, 8, 7, 6. Bak this is gamification. Hoca nasıl koştu gördün mü? Hocamıza bir teşekkür alabilir miyiz? Bir alkış alabilir miyiz? Yes please. Yüksek sesle sor olur mu?
So I just wanted to ask, what's your opinion on AI slap brainrot games?
AI ne?
What's your opinion on AI slap games?
AI ne diyor?
Slap, like those AI made games, which like
O AI made games.
yes.
So it is just the questions like anybody who loves here, who loves the music created by AI. Only made by AI. Anybody using Suno here? Suno. Suno. Couple of students, yes. So when we have the things, or it may be a game, it may be a music, it may be a book created by AI only. Right now we don't like it. We don't like to play it a lot. We don't like to read it. We don't like to listen it. Right now, Daphne was trying to ask the hybrid model. Right now we love the things made by AI and human together in partnership, and those work of arts, that's what we like. And we have a lot of sample songs, right? Neydi o en son çıkan şarkı AI ile beraber? Nick Binler miydi neydi? Öyle biri vardı ya. Böyle türküler falan çıktı. Hangi şarkıydı o? Hatırlayan var mı? Yapay zeka ile beraber. So those are the songs that we start to like in partnership with AI. And the games that is created only by AI, I believe that we are not gonna like it now, but in future it is gonna be better and better all the time. And then after some time we're gonna play it, listen it, read it. Maybe we think that we're gonna start liking it. I'm not sure though. But right now we don't like it. Thank you. Yes please. Şurada arkadaşımız. Ben vereyim, benimkiyle konuş.
Hi.
Hi. Your
I'm-
name first.
I'm Umay. I'm a ninth grade
Umay.
student.
Evet, Umay.
Our school has also started integrating AI to our studies by programs, apps, websites, and such. So I have a question on that. Does AI actually make education more equal, or can it actually increase the gap between students?
That's a very good question. Umay. But there is a question, same question has been asked for years. When we have radio, we had the same question. The ones who can reach radio, we can listen and we can understand and we can even take the education to the places that they cannot even get any education. But only when we have that technology. The same thing happened when we have television. When we had television, everybody was saying that, okay, now we have television, we don't need any more teachers. And from those televisions, anybody can learn. And the ones who got television and who got that educational TV channel, they get better, let's say they have that reach to that education. And right now we are talking about AI. The ones who have a reach for AI, ones who can use AI, they have at least, they can learn anything from AI. They can do a lot of practice from AI. They can even, let's say, start learning with AI. But the ones, there are a lot of, a million people who cannot even just touched, they just did not enter any AI website yet. So
is it creating discrepancy? Yes. But we need to do our best to reach everybody so that they get help from AI. So that's the answer to your question. It's been asking for years.
Can I ask a follow-up
Sure.
question? In a world where AI is used by everyone, students as well, on their homework, studies, and stuff, what does it exactly mean to be a perfect student?
A perfect student. Oh, that's a very philosophical question. I can answer it like for days. A perfect question, but I think I answered your question just before. 3 things important here, here, and here. I believe that a perfect student is using all those 3 and doing it a meaningful purpose and who is happy about what he or she is doing. But right now, I don't know if how many of you are happy or not. I'm not sure. But I think those skills, those 3 things are very crucial. But I can discuss it with you for forever, yani, for that answer. Yes, we have one question there, one question there. The last 2 questions. Why? Okay. Okay. All right. So we have last 2 questions here. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'll do my best, hocam. Yes, please.
My name is Deniz and I'm a 10th grade
Deniz.
student. Yes.
Yes, Deniz.
When we ask a question and when we get an information from AI,
Uh-huh.
how can we know that it's true or false, and how can we verify it, or should we verify it?
Perfect. That's a very good question, Deniz. Thank you very much for asking that.
Thank you.
Şimdi, ladies and gentlemen, how does this AI works? We said that it is getting all those data from the data set, right? So in that data set, if I tell AI 2 plus 2 is 5, if you tell AI that 2 plus 2 is 5, if you tell AI is 2 plus 2 is 5, and you tell it, like millions of people will tell AI that 2 plus 2 is 5. What will it tell us when we ask it 2 plus 2?
5.
It will tell us 5. It is getting that data from the internet, from everything, from all those data sets, and tells us based on that knowledge. So that is what we are doing actually in education system. So that's why we cannot trust 100% trusts anything from AI. That is also the same for the books, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot trust all the books, right? It is not 100% correct. So the thing here is that we have to ask, we have to question. We have to question the content all the time, no matter what it is. So when we ask a question to AI, we have 2 reactions. Tamam mı? First reaction is, oh my God, that's a very perfect answer. I love it. This is the reaction of a person who doesn't know the content. If you don't know anything about the content, you love what AI answers. The other reaction is, when you ask the question, get the response, that's not true. Oh, I didn't like it. I think that is not, these sentences is not correct. This is the person who knows about the content. So I have to know about the content first. And I have to question the content all the time. I cannot rely on what AI tells me all the time. So I have to question it. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Deniz. And last question is coming from, who are you? Harman. Arman. Ya Harman deyince ben Allah Allah çocuğuna Harman mı koymuş dedim. Arman, evet, sor.
First of all, welcome, Professor, again.
Thank you so much.
And my question will be quite unique.
Çok heyecanlandım şu anda. Soruya bir giriş yaptı. Ne diyorlar şu anda? Clickbait bir giriş yaptı. Clickbait, evet.
First of all, as you know, there are technological devices like headphones,
Mhm.
phones that translate foreign languages.
Perfect.
If AI can translate and speak foreign languages,
Yes.
will people still want to learn new languages? Will it still be obligatory to learn new languages in different parts of life, like schools, travels? Will it still be obligatory? Will it still be important to learn new
Harikasın.
languages?
Armağan, çok teşekkür ederim soru için. Thank you very much for that question. That is what I am asking all the time. I have a video in YouTube. You can find it online. Right now in our educational system, it is the same thing for, let's say, right now we have washing machine, değil mi? Washing machine. We have a washing machine, but we are teaching those kids how to wash the clothes for 20 hours a week. But we have a washing machine. Or we say we have a dishwasher. Let's teach those kids 10 hours a week how to wash the dishes. That's what we are doing right now. We have the technology, but we are still teaching for a long time those kids to learn those skills. I don't get me wrong. I don't say we should not teach it. We should teach it, but we should not teach it that long. It is just going to be something like, anybody who knows how to play the piano? It is just going to be like that. So you learn how to play the piano, right? It is just that it may be a hobby. I think in the future, people will learn the languages like a hobby. But we cannot forget that these learning new things is enhancing our brain, different parts of the brain. That is very crucial. That is very important. So we are trying to, what we are doing as parents, we are trying to teach our kids different skills so that they can increase their brain, their skills as well. So the most important thing here is, Arman, let's say that everybody knows here every language. Tamam mı? Everybody right now, you can speak in any language. You are perfect in any language. I guarantee that you know all the languages in the world. The thing is here, what are you going to talk, yeah? What are you going to talk? What are you going to talk then? You still need hear. And you still need to read. You still need to talk in your own language. You need to communicate with another person. You need to understand what he or she is saying, not the language that I mean. The content you need to understand. In order to understand it, you need to, again, read. You need to, again, talk. You need to, again, increase those communication skills. So remember that example, okay? When you think about yourself that you can talk any language that you want, what are you going to talk? What would you talk? That is what defines you, Armo. Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
So we thank Mr. Professor Dr. Yavuz Samur for his educational speech. So can we please have a big clap?
So we also thank for you to your beautiful speech, and we think a lot to give you a gift, and we decide to turn you to your childhood. We want to give you a gift a little bit nostalgic.
Super Mario game.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.